In this video, I'm going to explain the 7 reasons why you will fail at the carnivore diet. Without exception, the carnivore diet is the best thing you can be doing for your body and your mental health, with potential benefits like fat loss, elevated mood, eradication of joint pain and arthritis, eradication of gum disease, and many, many more. But there are reasons that it's just not going to work for you. So let's get straight into it. Number 1, you're starting the carnivore diet with an all or nothing mindset. The truth is, when you do any diet, you are going to have setbacks. You're going to have bad days where you cheat. You might have stressful days where you eat that cupcake or you drink that beer or you have that other treat that you shouldn't actually have on the carnivore diet. And if you do slip up or if you do have that treat that one day, it doesn't matter as long as you just get back on the carnivore diet horse. Just treat it as if it didn't happen and continue on the way you would. But if you've got an all or nothing mindset, after you've eaten that treat, you might start to feel, well, I've eaten that treat, so I may as well eat all the junk that I want for the rest of the day, feel good, and I'll worry about this tomorrow. Problem is, with that kind of attitude, when tomorrow comes, you're less likely to get back on the horse. If you make a mistake, if you slip up, if you have a treat that one time, it's no problem. Just continue on the carnivore diet as normal. If you can't do that, if you have that strong all or nothing mindset, then you're going to struggle. Number 2, you eat for enjoyment. Now, so do I. I eat for enjoyment, but I've come to appreciate food a lot differently since I've been on the carnivore diet. If eating is something that helps you enjoy your social life, if you do anything to have that special meal every day out at a new restaurant or try out the new lunch bar, then carnivore is going to be a struggle. Because especially at the start, you're going to have to understand that socializing means having the things that are not going to work well on the carnivore diet. And whilst you can still go out and socialize and abstain from all those things you shouldn't be having, in the beginning stages, it's very hard and you haven't built up the willpower yet. Number 3 is that you care what your friends think. Believe me, after you start the carnivore diet and when your friends find out the way you're now eating, they are going to ridicule you in some way. It might just be light-hearted banter, or it might be regular intentional digs at you. Whatever it is, they're not going to let you off the hook easily now that you're eating just meat. And as much as you argue and you tell them, I'm eating eggs as well, they are not going to let up. And if you really, really, really care what they think, this is the kind of thing that's likely to put an end to your carnivore journey before it's even begun. Number 4 is that you don't want to accept that life is now counterintuitive. What do I mean by this? Well, all your life you've been brought up to believe that you should eat low fat, you should avoid saturated fat, you should eat whole grains, you should do this, you should do that. Once you find out about the carnivore diet, what you realize is that actually things aren't the way you've been taught. And this is really counterintuitive. Everything you do on the carnivore diet is counterintuitive to what you've been taught as you develop. And if you don't like the uncertainty around that, or if you don't like the fact that things are always different for you, then you're going to struggle on the carnivore diet. As you get more into the carnivore diet and your cravings decrease and you are more experienced, these things aren't going to matter that much. But the trouble is you have to be strong enough to get there. You have to be strong enough to get over the hump. And you can only do that if you don't mind taking a counterintuitive approach to your life. Number 5 is you're going into this diet with a beach body mindset. What do I mean by this? You're going into the carnivore diet with a mindset of, I just need to tone up for summer. The trouble with this attitude is you are just looking at it as a quick fix fad diet. And that's not what it is. It's a new lifestyle. I've said this on videos before, and if you go onto the carnivore diet and you lose a lot of weight because you're now not putting the toxins into your body, that's great. But if you think you're going to lose the weight, come off the carnivore diet, start putting those toxins back into your body and suffer no consequences, you are mistaken. And number 6, just to emphasize that point, you're viewing carnivore as a simple diet and not as a lifestyle. If you can't imagine yourself 3 years from now eating only steak and eggs during the day, then the carnivore diet might not be for you. Number 7 is that you want a diet that's a one-size-fits-all push-button solution. And unfortunately, it's not. Everyone's body is different. And the more I get into this diet and the more I know about the way people's bodies work, the more I understand that it's so nuanced and different for every single individual. What works for me won't necessarily work for you. I could eat 16 pounds of cheese a day and lose a lot of weight. You do the same thing and it's going to make you put on weight. For carnivore to really work for you, you have to be prepared to eliminate foods from your diet and then reintroduce particular foods once you understand that they are not toxic to you. You have to expect that there's going to be nuance to this. You have to expect that your body is not going to respond in exactly the same way to everyone else. And you're going to have to accept that you are treating your body as a work in progress, finding out what works and what doesn't work with your diet and your lifestyle. The carnivore diet can help make you healthier and lighter in both body and mind. Just keep these 7 potential failure points in mind when you get started on the carnivore diet. Guys, thanks so much for watching. Please remember to click the like and subscribe buttons, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next video.